Right guys, welcome to Megaquarium. This is basically an aquarium simulator. You start off with, there's a campaign. I think it's going to feature 10 levels, and I believe there's going to be a sandbox mode where you start from scratch and you can just do whatever. There's no certain objectives. It's not level based kind of thing. The reason I have 2 levels towards the campaign in front of me is because I did level 1 to get used to the game before I started playing it. This game will be available from tomorrow, September the 13th. I've had it for like a week, so I've recorded this early. So what we're going to do is start on number 1. Number 1 is basically, level number 1 is getting to the grips of the game. So it's going to be a very, very messy aquarium. So if you've got OCD, there's nothing I can do. It's a tutorial level. And as you can see, we get little rooms on the thumbnail for the second level, later in the game, so your aquarium can be tidier. So we're going to do it on normal, and I might skip parts because there's parts where you just have to build up. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's fame or something, but you'll see as we get into it. Okay, so welcome to Sunnyside. You've been tasked with building a small aquarium from scratch here at Sunnyside. Before the investors release any funding, they want to make sure you can handle the basic controls. Complete the objectives in the top right of the screen to prove you know what you're doing. For more information on any objective, simply hover over the info button on the right of it. Good luck. So we need to hover over the info button. That's the task done. Zoom the camera, pan the camera, which is WASD or your right mouse button, and then orbit the camera is middle mouse button. And then return to home. If you lose your aquarium, so if you go scrolling off miles away, you can press the home key to return to the entrance, and that is the home key on your keyboard. Okay, so there we go. Great stuff. You've just unlocked your first round of funding. Use the money to get the basic requirements of your aquarium set up. These are covered in the new set of objectives you've just been given. By the way, if you need to review this or any other message, you can use the button in the bottom left of the screen. So all the messages you get come down to here, and then you can review them if you need to. So we need to build 2 basic tanks. So what we're going to do is over here, this is the tanks, basic. We're going to put 1 in here. And where's the wall? There. We put 1 there. The reason I'm putting them there, I will explain as we go through. So we need to now attach a basic filter to each of them. So the filters, put 1 here and 1 here. And then we need to get a basic heater. So the same menu, heaters, and go there and there. The reason I've left this gap, because realistically, I want my aquariums, I want my tanks to be right against the wall. But the heaters and the filters, your mechanics, your staff, need to be able to get to them. So you have to build them away from the wall so they can walk around and they can fix them if they break down, because they will break down from time to time. So now we need to add some azure. I just call these fish demos, but we need to add some of them to each tank and then add some decorations. So we'll do the decorations first. We're going to get a sea lettuce, and if you use your scroll wheel on your mouse, you can rotate. We're going to put 1 there and 1 there, and we need to get an orange pellet dispenser, which is in here, and we put 1 for each tank. And then we need to add the fish. So there's 1 in that tank and 1 in this tank. Then we need to get the tool station, just for if anything does break down. And the tool station has a toolkit on it for your staff to use to fix things. I'm actually going to have to move them dispensers. But with the tool station, you only get 1 toolkit per day. Your days run from 9 AM to 5 PM, so it's your typical English work day. And you get 1 toolkit. So if you have 2 machines that break down, you've got 1 tool station, you have to wait till the next day to be able to fix it. So we're going to put that in, and then I'm going to come up here to the move. I'm going to move these over like that, so that our staff can get around, and then we need to hire someone to work here. So, okay, we always have the same people. So Anna is better at feeding. We're going to put Anna in there, and then later on we will be hiring Harry as well. So now we need to open the aquarium. When you're ready, you can open your aquarium by clicking on the button at the bottom of the screen. So I click to open. There we go. Well done. Your basic aquarium is up and running and your first guest has arrived. Whenever a guest enters your aquarium, they'll pay you some money to enter. In addition, as they experience your displays, they'll reward you with Ecology Points, which you can use to unlock new animals for your aquarium. So now, unlocking the animals, we need to earn our first point. There we go. And then select the fish that we want to research, which is the orchid dottyback. And then it gives you a little explanation. Great job, you started to research a new animal. As you earn more ecology points, you will make progress towards unlocking it. You can see your progress in the bottom left of the screen. So down here is the points we have and the progress bar towards unlocking our new fish. So we need to pause the game, which is spacebar, or you can click down here, that pauses it too. Expand your floor space, which costs money, but if we come up to here to expand, we're just going to do it one out this way. And then we need to build a large tank, add the heater and the filter, and then put dottybacks in the new tank. So the large tank is going to be a 3x3, so we're going to have to expand this. Okay, we've unlocked the dottyback. Now it's time to buy some for your aquarium. Follow the remaining objectives to expand your livestock. Okay, so we're going to expand out this way. And then we'll come down here too as well. Underneath my cursor at the bottom, you can see it says $10 by 18 tiles. So that's going to cost $180 for that little expansion. And we've still got that wall, so I need to expand there. Did you know you can move animals and decorations between tanks? First, select the tank containing the object you wish to move, then select the move tool by pressing M or using the button in the top left. Now click on the icon of the object you want to move directly beneath the tank's window. Now you've picked up the object, you can place it somewhere else as normal. You can also sell objects this way using the demolish tool. So if you don't want a tank anymore, you can just click demolish, which is up here in the top left, and that'll get rid of the tank. But if there's a fish that you want to get rid of, the only thing I've figured out so far, because you can't directly sell a fish, it has to be in a tank and then you sell it. So just build a little 2x2 for fish that you don't want and then demolish the tank. And I believe the fish goes with it. I haven't actually tried that, but that's something I've figured because I was struggling so much yesterday. I accidentally double clicked and put 2 fish in a tank when I only wanted 1. And it messed me up a little bit. So if we expand all this, there we go. So we now want a large tank. So if you get the basic and you drag it, it builds your large tank. Then we need to get the basic filter. We'll put that here. And we get the heater. We'll put that next to it because our staff can get around both sides. And then all we need to do is add 6 dottybacks to our tank. So I'm not going to put the fish in. I want to put maybe some small rocks and the sea lettuce. And then we'll get the 6 fish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You may have noticed a set of icons attached to each animal you research and acquire. These are known as the animal's care requirements. Failure to meet these will reduce the health of your animals and could lead to your animals dying. I made a massive mistake when I did a playthrough by myself on this game, and I'll explain that when we get into the second aquarium. But your investors have arranged for you to access a new fish called the half and half chromis. Let's take a look at the care requirements. Okay, so you can hover over them in this menu. So prestige points, not fame. I said fame when we was loading into it, but prestige points. And that's the ecology points you earn whenever a guest views that fish. That's the size of the fish. So as you would have seen, the big tank takes 18 fish, like the size of 18 fish. So we could therefore fit 6 of these into that tank. It's tropical, so the tank's temperature must be greater or equal to its... I don't know what that symbol is. I don't know, but the fish only requires a 50% water quality. It eats orange pellets. And it's a shoaler, so it needs to be in a group of at least 4 of the same fish so that it's happy. So it has a requirement we haven't encountered before. It's a shoaler. This means it needs to be with a minimum number of its own kind. Demonstrate your understanding by satisfying the requirements of the half and half chromis in a new tank. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to get a pellet dispenser next to this tank, because it just makes everything easier. We're going to grab another tool station, and you can go there. And then what we're going to do is, these fish don't actually need to be together. They just have a size 2, they require 55% water quality, and obviously the more fish you have in the same tank will decrease the water quality. But this tank has 75%, so what we're going to do is grab 2 of these. You're going to go in there. You're also going to go in there. And then you're going to go in this one. And so are you. And that way, I don't know if I've done that right. We've got 4 out of 18. So we've got 14 slots. And how many half and halves? We need 4. So that's 4 freezers, 12. So we could actually get another Orchid Dotty back. We're not going to. These don't need anything specific like plants or anything like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, and we need to add another filter. And more heating apparently. So we get another filter. There we go, the heating was fine. Now we've got a few different species of fish in the aquarium. We should be able to rank up soon. Ranking up will instantly unlock new equipment, decorations and facilities, and also increase the repertoire of animals which are available to research. There's more, the higher your rank, the more guests you attract and the more they are willing to pay to enter your aquarium. So if you've seen anything like, what is it, theme park, anything like that, theme hospital, any sort of game like that where it's managing a facility, so like, I'm going to call this the Sea Life Centre, like building your own aquarium, any game similar to that, it's exactly the same. The bigger your place, the more guests you're going to get. Ranking up occurs as a result of generating prestige points. These are earned whenever a guest enjoys something in your aquarium. There are many ways to earn them, but you'll earn the majority with your animals, tanks and decorations. Your next objective is to rank up, after which you'll be able to unlock the animals required for your remaining objectives. So we need to get 1 more to reach rank 2. And I believe if we... Okay, we've already done it. I was going to put the other Orchid Dotty back in there, but that doesn't matter. So now we've got the staff door. It allows staff through and blocks the guests off, so the guests can't actually go in the rooms, which comes in very, very handy for when you progress in the game and you can actually put your aquariums behind the walls kind of thing. Like you can actually build wall aquariums, like wall tanks. And then we've got the Combi Mini, which is a filter and a heater mixed into one. And the Driftwood Cave, it's like a little cave for fish that, like eels and stuff that like hiding. And then we've got the King Demo. So, now we're rank 2, we have access to more animals. We're going to need to unlock them one at a time to ensure each of their care requirements are met. So, it's just brought that menu up for me. But we need to unlock the King Demo. So, we'll get him researching. And then we need to get at least one of them and meet all the requirements. So, can we check through this menu? Okay, they're wimps, so you can't place them in the same tank as a bully fish. They also eat orange pellets, 55% water quality they need. They give you 4 ecology points, and they're only a size 2. And they also give you 2 prestige points when a guest goes and has a look at them. So that we can actually fit one in this tank, so we don't need to do anything else. The water quality is 63, so that should be fine. The heating's ample. Okay, so if we fast forward a little bit, we just need to get the points so that we can unlock the King Demo. There we go, so the King Demo has been unlocked. We now need to put one in the tank. It's a timid beauty, in other words, it's a wimp. Don't house him with any animals with the bully tag. So what we're going to do is just grab him, you can go in there. We have met all of his requirements. So now we need to unlock the Arabian blue-lined dotty back. These are the bully fish, so we can't put these in the same tank as the King Demo. These take up 4 size, give you 8 ecology points, 2 prestige points, and they need 55% water quality. They also feed off orange pellets. So we're going to select that to unlock. We need to expand, so we're going to go up this section here, and we can do it like that, I suppose. And then if we grab ourselves a little 2x2, close that tank, that one's full. So we can get, what was their size? 4? Yeah, so we can put 2 in there. So we just get put some small rocks in for them. We get an orange pellet dispenser. We'll grab a tool station up here. And then we will get... No, we're not going to get that. We're going to get the Combi Mini. So, what we're also going to do is... Okay, we've unlocked it. I need to slow the game down. Okay, you've unlocked it. Let's take a look. It's a pugnacious little fellow. They are bullies and will terrify any animals with the wimp tag, such as the King demo you unlocked earlier. So, we're actually going to pause for a second. And we're going to put a Combi Mini in here. And one round here, and then one there. We're going to quickly move the tool station. See, this is not ideal. It's so messy with the filters and stuff, but it all gets cleaned up later in the game. So we have the filters and everything ready. So we're going to sell that, and you, and then there we go. So we can move this back to here. We check the tank. That's fine for all those fish. That's fine. And that one's fine. 66%, 18 heating. Okay, it looks, it's still very, very messy, but it looks a lot better. So now we have everything ready. We just need to unlock. Oh, we have unlocked it. Right, so 2 of you can go in there. Can I place my second one, please? Because I already know about the yellow Tang, and it's a size 6. There we go, size 6. So we need to build a separate tank for this. Okay, so the prestige points is free for this fish, 18 ecology points. The size is 6, 60% water quality. They eat green pellets, and they love plants. So we're going to have to put a sea lettuce in their tank. We are only going to get one. So if we build another basic tank, we'll put the tank there. This is so messy, I really don't like it. Put the sea lettuce in, and then we'll get the... We don't even have the green pellets yet. We'll get the mini combi. Gonna put it there against the wall. And we're also gonna need to hire you. Oh, and you. Why not? Let's just get every available staff member so that our fish are always fed. We need the green pellets. Right, there we go. We've unlocked the yellow Tang. Let's take a look. The yellow Tang has a higher water quality requirement than your other animals, therefore you may need to have more filters or less fish in the tank. Notice that they also eat a different type of food to your other animals. Make sure you build a green pellet dispenser so that your staff can feed it. Finally, the yellow Tang likes plants. House him in a tank with at least 1 plant per Tang. So, say you've got a big tank, it holds 18 fish, or the equivalent in size. You can get 3 of these, but then you will need to have 3 sea lettuces or 3 types of plants to keep each of the fish. Like, each fish requires 1 plant to stay happy. So we're going to put you in that tank, and we'll unlock the Blackbar Soldierfish. We need to get the green pellet dispenser so that you don't starve. We'll put you there, and we're going to have to expand again for this next fish. So the Blackbar Soldierfish needs, it's a cave lover, so the requirement is +1, and it dislikes lights. It cannot be housed in a tank with tank lights attached. So later in the game you'll unlock lights for your tanks. It needs to have no lighting because it doesn't like it. We also unlocked it very quick. Its size is 4, 8 ecology points, 2 prestige points, 55% water quality, and it feeds off orange pellets. So what we can do is, if we expand, we go out to here. Wait, no, we go to there. And then we're just going to expand a little bit up the back. This really isn't ideal, but this is pretty much just a tutorial level. So we're going to get, what was their size? 4. So we can get 2 in this tank. Oh, here we go. So broken equipment. One of your equipment's broken down. This will cause it to slowly lose effectiveness over time. A staff member with the fixing role will automatically retrieve a toolkit and remedy the problem. If many pieces fail at the same time, you may want to consider hiring more staff, building more tool stations, or raising the priority of the fixing role on your staff members. So we get the basic tank, we get the combi mini. We will, what was it, orange pellets they take? Yeah, they eat orange pellets. But first off, we need to get driftwood cave, because that is a cave, and that's what they like. We don't have the pellets, orange pellets. Then we're going to put another tool station in, because it's best to have them very close by to all tanks. And I believe that's it. So if we get the Blackbar Soldierfish, we're going to... It never lets me put 2 in. It always gives me the next objective first. Okay, one of your guests has grown tired. Build some benches so they have somewhere to sit and rest. You'll find them in the facilities section. Right, we'll leave that as it is. That's fine for now, because we can add the fish into the tanks later. So down here, benches. We'll put one of the benches there. And actually, we can move that one. Right, here we go. So the final challenge. The aquarium is looking great. Your final challenge is to reach a target amount of prestige and maintain it for a period of time. So we need to get up to 80 prestige, and it's not for 3.5 minutes straight. It's for 3.5 minutes overall. So if we reach 80 and we stay at that prestige level for 10 seconds, that will go down to, we've got to do it for 3 minutes 20. So if we move this bench, all we do now is just keep our guests happy. Make sure the fish are fed, make sure all the equipment's working, and all we can do is expand and add more fish. People do get bored of, like, the sea lettuce. If we go down to, which one is it? Aha, here, guests' thoughts. So you can see here, I've already seen the orchid dotty back, so we don't get any prestige for it. But then you get +8, I really like that Arabian blue line dotty back. And what we need to do is make sure our tanks are full up. So we need to get another Blackbar Soldierfish. Okay, and then don't want to click on the guests. That's full up. I believe we could actually put another... Should we get another orchid dotty back in there? There's an orange pellet dispenser just over, like literally just across the other aquarium. There we go. And then this one, we don't have any room. We've got room for one more fish in there. And room for one more. So, what we're going to do is we're going to mix and match a little bit. Oh wait, no we're not. We're going to get... If you hover over the fish, you can see underneath how many you have in your aquarium. So we've got 2 Azure demos, 4 half and halves, 1 king, 7 orchid dotty backs, 2 Arabian blue line dotty backs, 2 black bars, and a yellow tang. So we're going to get a king demo for each of these tanks. Right, we're going to expand a little bit because our prestige is up and down. If we do that, and then maybe that's 4 blocks either side. Okay, the tank's not going to be central, but oh well. So maybe move the tool station onto the wall. Right, we need to get a combi mini. We're going to put a couple of small rocks. We'll also put a couple of sea lettuce. And then what we're going to do is put a couple of these in, or a few of them. So we've now got 5, so we get 2 of those. And then we also need better water quality. And do we have... Okay, you're an orange pellet. You're an orange pellet. And so are you. Oh, we did... It says 77 out of 80. Oh, there we go. So you can see as soon as we drop below, the timer stops. We're going to put another tool station on this wall. And then maybe get a couple more benches. We'll get a bench there. Bench down here. Right, come on. Get that prestige up so that we can finish off this aquarium. There we go, you win. You've built Sunnyside up to be a great little aquarium and people have started to take notice. You've received a job offer to run a larger aquarium over in North Woods. You can continue to build here at Sunnyside for as long as you want. This message will stay in your message log and then you can access it in the bottom left until you're ready. When you're ready to move on to bigger, better things, well, bigger and better things, let me know. So, we're going to pause the game. That is the very first aquarium on this game done. As I've been saying, like I've said it a couple of times, the filters and the heaters are very, very messy on this first level. But the second level you do get wall tanks, so you can actually build them into rooms and hide all your stuff out of the public. One thing I didn't actually show you guys, which I'm going to show you quickly, is if we continue and we just use the normal cursor, you've got your aquarium like this, and one thing I really, really like about this game and how well they've done it is if you zoom all the way in, you can actually go into, you're basically part of the public. You can go around your aquarium. Like, sometimes you might think the game's crashed. If you've got a message that pops up, it will stop your game. But you can go over to all the tanks, you can see all your little fish inside them, and I think that's a really, really cool feature, because later in the game you're going to have sharks, you're going to have, I think there's turtles, stingrays, there's a lot of big fish that are some of the main reasons people go to aquariums in real life. But there's our little yellow tang over here, and I just think, what did I do? I don't know what I did. All the aquariums stopped. They stopped making noise. But I think it's a really, really cool feature how they've done it. Like, it's smooth, it doesn't lag or anything like that. And if you guys are interested in this game, I will be trying to do all 10 levels. I'm not sure how long that's going to take. But level 2 is definitely something to stick around for. Because you get, I'm not going to say what they are, but you do get some awesome fish. And I made one massive mistake, which I'll explain in the next video. But it's like, some of the stuff that we're about to do on this game after this tutorial level is insane. So, that is going to be the end of this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Leaving a like on the video is always appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and turn on notifications so that you're alerted when a new video goes up. Thank you for watching.